So I've been thinking about what I shared about the other day, and anxiety. And when anxiety is rising, we all know what that feels like, right? We have very little capacity to take on new ideas. When people try to introduce complex thoughts or complex recommendations or strategies, whatever it might be to help us deal with that anxiety, or it could be completely unrelated idea, our capacity to take on those ideas is limited, right? And it's no different for the students that we work with, or maybe the kids that we have in our house, or it could be applied to our colleagues, ourselves, you name it, right? And so when thinking about correcting or trying to help someone change what they're doing, and let's just put this in a classroom scenario. If a kid's acting out, it could be a number of reasons, and that's not important for the sake of this conversation. But the second that we introduce a correction, what it's going to do is we are butting heads with that situation, right? And so that's automatically going to cause anxiety to some extent, could be large or small, to shoot up instantly because we've introduced a correction, a request, a command for that change in behavior. And so when we do that, one of the worst things that we can do as teachers or parents or whatever it might be is to use a lot of language and introduce that into that rise of anxiety, right? So the best thing that we can do is use a few simple words. So it might be, stop doing that, take a seat. And then you pause and you wait 10 seconds. Give a kid time to respond because we don't want to be the ones in control and forcing them to change what they're doing. That's a power dynamic and a power struggle that I'm not interested in. I hope you're not either. We want to use simple commands, simple requests, and then give time to process it. And if they haven't followed through within that 5 or 10 seconds that you give them, say the same thing again. Stop doing that. Go take your seat. That was an uncomfortable 10 seconds, wasn't it? But that's what it's going to feel like. It's not going to be easy as a teacher, as a school leader, as a parent, to give that time. But what it does is it helps the student be in control of the situation. Because when their anxiety shoots up like that, and you give them that space and that capacity and that time to make a decision, it will start lowering, right? And an important thing to remember is don't be emotional. Don't show an angry face when you're doing it, right? Don't let them know that you're upset because then they're sucking you into their game. And you don't want to get sucked into a child's game. You're a grown-up, right? I think it's important to remember that. You're the only grown-up in that situation. And so be in control. Give yourself permission to wait, to be patient. And I know we don't always have that luxury, but what we do is we help the kid become powerful in the right ways to make the decision on their own. Because if I enter into a situation, I say, stop doing that now, go sit down. I told you once, go sit down. Hurry up, you're wasting my time. Don't make me, la 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 la, whatever it is, right? You want them to be the ones in control. You can tell that in that example that I just gave, I lost it, right? I was out of control, I was frustrated. The kid can see that I'm angry. Their anxiety is shooting up, my anxiety is shooting up, and I wasn't in control of myself, and I'm trying to control what the kid's doing, right? Let them become powerful people, give them the locus of control, and you'll find that you lower your anxiety and the kid's anxiety at the same time.